Hey guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another account review. This is a review before an improvement. Peshman asked for an RTA improvement, so I'll be working on that on the next video. But I wanted to go through this review to see the state of the account. I took a quick glance, really quick. I didn't even go through the runes or anything, but from the box itself, it looks pretty premium, and the records show that it is no joke. I don't know how much of an improvement I'll get. The account owner said that he doesn't like his playstyle of going like fully on first turn. He does want to kind of go bruiserish, but his box really allows him to play both ways. So I did say, can I rune him the playstyle that I do, which respectively might not get him a better record because his best record was pretty high, but at least he might do better, at least in the rank right now. Maybe he was gone for a long time or he picked it up somewhere, but I'm hoping that it gives him another way so that he could enjoy the content a lot better. But just from this profile, it looks like he is pretty stacked with LD5s that are pretty premium, very nice for RTA. I'm hoping that we could somehow incorporate that in the playstyle that I do. Let's go check it out. So record shows that his best record in Arena was G2, RTA was also G2, Special League G2, and he is or was in a G3 guild. He's been playing, or the account has been created for 3,500 days. Not surprised that these dungeon times look pretty quick. At the caliber of his account, it should be no issue. Same with the solo R5s, you could tell that they're all under 30 seconds. And looks like he is doing the pretty much important dimensional dungeons, which is the Dreaming Fairies and Silent Death. Hey guys, before we start the video, if you guys are interested in getting advice and help from me and other Summoners War players, feel free to join my Discord, where the link is in the descriptions below. Also, if you enjoy my content and want to support me, become a Patreon, where the link for it is also in the descriptions. I want to say I appreciate all the support. That was it. Let's get back to the video. I guess we want to first see the box because we saw so many LD5s. We want to take a closer look. For Dark, he has the Sigrid. I think he is trying to use that right now. Probably won't use it in the box that I'm gonna rune him up with. He has Alexandra, he has Nyx, he has Wu Yong, Gianna, Han, Gianna, Wu Yong, Dark Monkey. Seems like a very clear winner here, especially if you're a lower level player, because the comp itself is not too bad, and also it really allows you to outspeed a lot of stuff. But I'm pretty sure he is having a hard time at a certain level with just picking these units, so I don't think I'll be playing that type of playstyle, but it might be worth a shot because Gianna's still very strong. Even Ragdoll is still very good in certain scenarios, especially with when the opponent brings in multi-hits and it looks like they're gonna go for the first turn. If you want to somehow contest that, then Ragdoll in there is really nice because not a whole lot of people rune everything on 15-20 crit rate, and even if they do, 1 or 2 crits on the AoE hit, especially on multiple units. I think that's not 1 or 2, it could be like multiple hits, could land as multiple crits and it could allow you to cut in. Okay, so that was the Dark LD5s. Let's go to the Light, and then we'll see a couple more that are pretty good. Daniel, I actually love. For a straight damage dealer, because a skill 3 is more like an ignore defense type of thing, I think when you're lacking or going against very tanky teams, sometimes having a damage dealer like this is extremely helpful. I lack something like this, so I have a hard time dealing with tanky teams, extremely tanky teams, especially as you climb. I still need to figure out how I'm going to deal with those, but that's definitely something I'm weak against. But if you have something like Daniel, it's a good unit to pick out. He has Wedgeat, Pontos. There's also the Asima, the Light Monkey, the Light Vampire, and Eludia. I thought he had the Dark Monkey too. Did I miss that? He does have the Dark Monkey, yeah. So for regular elements, anything crucial that he's missing, there are some new units that he's missing. I do have Daisy. I'm not too sure how good she is. Still need to play with her. No Aya, that's actually a pretty big one. Other than that, I'm pretty sure that he has most of the units. Yup. For water, he does have Gideon, Lamelia, Water Gojo. Okay. Yeah, he definitely has most of the units that are core. And then for fire, Fire Jin, pretty fun to play with. And Tetsu. No, he has Tetsuya. Okay. He has the Asher. He has Douglas. Okay. Yeah, it looks like he has most of the units. There's some that are missing in the wind department. Now let's look at runes. I think they're going to be really nice. Most likely better than mine, right? Vio, slot 1, 32, quad right away, 29. I mean, I don't know why you want to see sub property before grinding, but we'll check that. Okay, 27, 24. I mean, still almost the same order. Looks like a lot of 25s. Up to like the 5th rune is 27s. Slot 3, another quad, but right at 30. Another 30. Then a 27 should be 28, 26. Okay. Ooh, but it looks like he has less than 10 runes over the 27 mark. Slot 4, another 30. Man, that hurts. 3 quads that are just at 30. 27, 26. Missing a grind. Oh, it's an attack main. Still, I do think you have a use for this for sure. Especially for Siege. I think like a Violent more. I mean, if you do use more for Siege, just an idea. 23. Ooh, slot 4 is pretty weak. Other than the 1 quad. 27. Ooh, slot 5 is definitely the weakest. The Violent runes are pretty slow actually. And then 29. I mean, he does have a couple quads, but interesting. I wonder how he got his G2 record or when he got it. I think he hovered around G1 for a couple of seasons. But right now with these runes, I mean, I guess really the box and how you know how to play is what really determines your rank. Knowing how to use your runes and putting it on the right unit is probably a skill that many wants. Okay, let's go to Swift. 28, 20, 28, 28. Okay. A lot of plus 22 still. 23 still here. Ooh, Swift doesn't look that great either. Okay, 1 quad there. And then again, 22s. 25 here. 24. Okay, 2 quads. And then that's it. And that's a flat, huh? Wow, shoot. Swift didn't look that strong either. Despair. Dude, these are pretty weak. Okay, that was a decent one. Is it only 1 rune? Oh my goodness. Like efficiency wise, they don't look crazy either. Oh, okay, that one looks nice. 244. 27. Damn. And we see a lot that is not grinded. This is rough. I thought it would be a lot better, to be fair. Check will last. 32. Okay, I like that. 27. Base. So there's a quad. Another quad, 28. I like that. So is your will runes the best? 24. Oh, that's flat. 22 then is the best. Slot 4 is really weak. 21. Ugh. Slot 5 is really bad too. And then another quad there, 26, but it's on accuracy main. I was expecting a lot more from the runes, but at least you guys get an idea. Just letting you guys know that he did get G1 a couple seasons back, and his best record was G2. So maybe this account was kind of neglected, and he just had the account, you know, came back recently, or he picked it up from a person who quit the game a while ago. I'm gonna suppose. Maybe, not too sure. I think for his arena defense, this is okay because he is getting a very good win rate here in F3. But as he climbs, I do think he should change it to a more stallish type of defense because, to be fair, there are a lot of counters to these super fast cleavage defenses. So in the end, I do think that you do want to pivot into a more stallish defense that also has a chance to win for you to, 1, stall out the games a little more during your rush, and 2, well, actually that's the biggest issue, right? You will get a lot of wins against lower ruined or lesser ruined players, early game players with this type of defense, but I think in the Guardian level, this defense does not win as much. The AOC is using, okay, I do think Zeros is a lot stronger than the Leah these days. You guys can argue that yes, Leah does output a lot more damage. In a certain case, not all the same, because if you're going into what is meta these days is mostly 33 leads plus decently fast units. So the Leah, if it's not like extremely fast, it won't output as much damage, or it'll be on par with the damage that Zeros is going to output. So I really don't like Leah too much these days, and if I were you, I would switch it to Zeros. Okay, slow teams. Not bad. Dot teams. You have a good amount. Yeah, Zeros I'll definitely use up here. I'll make a Tiana, Deborah, Zeros team as well. Just, you know, be able to use that one Zeros build in multiple teams. And to be fair, against like the slower teams, Deborah, Zeros usually can clean up. Just make sure your Deborah is not on high. Well, it's not even Deborah. Because you'll be using Galleon in that team. So yeah, I think you'll be more than fine with like 4 offenses, and it will probably do equal to what you're doing before anyways. That's my recommendation. I don't want you to waste too much runes on so many offenses like this. Now, is he in a G1 or G3 siege right now? No, he is now in a G1 siege. His defenses, are they doing well? Interesting. I guess, yeah, a lot of these are pretty much meta. Yeah, this one, if you have the rune quality, yeah, pretty meta still. Interesting. How are they doing? 7-6, 55, 51, 2-5, 1-3. Man, I was expecting these to do a lot better. Like this one, 0-3, 0-2, 4-3, 3-4, 2-6. So other than really this one and this one, everything is kind of, maybe this one too, they're kind of mediocre. Maybe again, you have just too many defenses up right now. But knowing the rune quality, I do think in this level you can have 10 defenses. It should be okay. How does this look? Oh, is it despair? Maybe that's why. Maybe people are just trying to cleave this, and knowing that it's on despair, they're succeeding. Maybe try for a lot faster despair set. You know, like 290s if you could get it. I did see a couple quads, so it could be possible. Who knows? But now with the boost on Jogen, just letting you know, I do think going a fast Jogen, I think it makes a lot more sense because now he has that boost, right? So even if there's a decent speed discrepancy, if he's just skill 3, which now you can set, I do think it's no question that you try to find a fast build, whether it's on Swift, Despair, or Vile. I think fast, as in like plus 180 plus, is the way to go for Jogen. So if your Jogen build looks like this, I would change your defenses so that this could be better, or I wouldn't use it. That's my opinion, to be fair. That's just one of the many defenses that he has. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be flaws here and there. Reason why the win rate doesn't seem too good. There always has to be a flaw in the builds. Now finally going into RTA. His best record again was G2, and you can see for the past couple seasons he was getting G1 and then C3. It looks like he didn't play much. He played a lot more here, even here 200 games and then 600 games again. The last two he played the least with less than 200 games. Decent win rate for sure. His win rate right now is 58% with 31 games in. His box looks like this, and I can't ruin this many. Oh, nah, yeah, see, he's using the Aya that's free, so I wouldn't even use that. But right now he has 43 units picked out. I'm going to probably pick out like 20 units max and see how it works in this level, because I mean 58% win rate is not the best win rate, especially with the, I think with the rune quality and the box that we've seen, I think his win rate could be a lot better. But who knows, maybe he played really early on of the season, like the first few days where it was easy to meet high level players, so maybe he got a lot of losses there. But anyhow, I am going to be picking more of well, I'm going to rune up Carnal because I'm a Carnal lover, and he did tell me that he wants to play Bruiserish. He does have it out, very slow, not the type of my build, so I'm going to be making a lot of changes. If you could look at all these builds, interesting Leo, very tanky, not 100 res, but very tanky nonetheless. Wedgehead on Swift Will, not 100 res, kind of different on how we build things, so I'm putting in my touch, and the builds will definitely portray that. Let's see if it works better for him. Woyong, Swift Nemesis, Veramos, Violent Nemesis. I do like this Veramos. Han, Violent Will, decently tanky too. I like it. It's fast. Low accuracy though. Artemil, 100 reds. I do like Artemil. I don't know if I'll bring it out though. Julian, very fast. Violent Nem. Misty, one of the units that I'm starting to like. Violent Revenge. Sorry, Vampire Revenge. Gianna, Violent Will. Decently fast. Cardinal, too slow in my opinion. Exorcist, which is Jurgen. 274 speed. Crit rate bit. Violent Nemesis. I don't like the Nem though. Does it help? Maybe. Because you can't push him back. Josephine, Violent Will. I do like this. Pretty low on the accuracy though. Nyx, Despair Will. Okay. Kapsu, Violent Nemesis. He's definitely not a res builder. Violent Will. Ragdoll. I do like high attack Ragdoll, so that's good. Gyu, Despair Will. Alexandra, Violent Will. Kenting Dishay not being used. Eludia not being used. Double Nemesis Will, probably the common build that I'll go for. Daniel not being used. Okay, Shonzong Lao, Violent Will. Decently fast, I do like that. Sigrid, Swift Will. Pontos, Violent... Wait, what? Double Nem Will. Layla, Despair Seal. I do like Will on most of the units for RTA. I think outside of some units, most people should be on Will. Swift Guard, same with the Zabala to be fair. Lamelia, Violent Will. I like Lamelia. Nana, Despair Will. Shizuka, Violent Will. Yeah, I mean, he's doing this, which I really don't understand. If you can't get 100 res, I wouldn't go for it. Unless your gameplay is consisting of a unit that is bringing in the resistance, which I see that you don't have, like Angela, right? More Rage Will, that's the counter more. Hey Gang, Violent Will, little squishy. Crit rate, come on. Chow, Violent Nem. Frederica, Nem Blade Will. Asher, Violent Will, crit rate build. Tricks not being used. Tetsuya, Violent Will. Masha, Violent Will. Velajo not being... What the heck? Juno, Despair Will. Sorry, Despair Revenge. Laika, Vampire Nemesis. Fang, Violent Endure. Oliver, Violent Will, very squishy crit rate build. Diana, Violent Will. And finally Sierra on Violent Will. So you guys saw all the builds. Pretty sure there were certain builds that you guys don't agree on. There are certainly some builds that I didn't like. So again, he wanted my touch, so I'm gonna be changing a lot. Let's see how those builds look like after in the next video, and let's see how I do with the new team. It's gonna be a team with Angela, Carnal, Jurgen, Oliver, Hey Gang. What you saw on my account, trying to apply on this account with a touch of his LD5s that I think are still very good if we can make it work. In conclusion, I do think this account needs to work on... I still think he needs to work on certain rune sets because we did see a flaw there. R5 seems like something as well because we saw missing gems and grinds. But overall, the account looks decent. G1 quality, I'm not sure. Maybe I think his box kind of carried it to G1, G2 because rune-wise, I can't... Well, I don't want to confidently say that his runes are better than mine. That's what I think, but... His box is definitely better. He has more LD5s, more meta LD5s, and yeah, the RGB section seems stacked. Anyhow, if you guys do want account reviews like this, please join my Patreon. If you guys want account improvements, join my Discord, fill out the Google form, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.